Apple doesn't let bad guys use iPhones. If you're a tech enthusiast, this fact has probably ruined a lot of shows for you because you can tell who the bad guy is. You see a lot of normal people using iPhones and the dubious landlord doesn't have one. And then you know. And this is not a mistake. Apple does this on purpose, and here's why. Apple has been and continues to be on a constant quest to control the narrative. Most recent, case in point, Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is a feel-good Apple TV original that focuses on a cast of characters that are flawed but do their best to do the right thing. And this is partially because of the genius of Jason Sudeikis, but it's also much more fundamentally something that Apple has been doing for decades with their marketing.
Apple at the core, its core value, is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better.
Apple has always been cognizant of trying to make the public view them as the good guy. In 1981, when IBM decided that they wanted to create a more consumer-centric product, Apple welcomed them into the space and congratulated them. For those of you that don't know, Steve Jobs often equated IBM to a boring and evil computing empire. This era led to some of the most iconic ads of all time. You guys know them, the charismatic and slick Mac guy against the lame Windows computer. These ads were written brilliantly, the storytelling was there, and they were relentless.
Sounds like you have a lot of stuff to do before you do any stuff, so I'm just gonna get started because I'm kind of excited.
Recently, Intel has tried to kind of copy this and take a little play out of Apple's playbook, and it is just like terrible. It's gone over bad. I think those ads are so cringy.
PC. It's a laptop. Aha. Tablet. Laptop. Oh, also have to get a tablet, I guess.
And so I think that's even more of a testament to how hard it is to pull off an ad like this and how well Apple did. And it continues in 1984. Apple's Super Bowl ad actually didn't even show a computer. Apple's really all about like the tribal storytelling, like the hero and the villain and the goal. And so their ad is all about a hero that comes to destroy a world of computers that crush individuality, just like IBM did. The equivalent of that now are the giant billboards that say, privacy, that's iPhone. And so this continues in media as well. Apple makes sure to always have product placement in movies like Forrest Gump. But the thing is, there's a difference between product placements like that. A lot of companies do product placements. For example, BMW was just in like the new Home Alone remake, which in my opinion kind of sucked. It was very disappointing. And honestly, like that BMW car could have been any car and it still would have worked. Apple goes one step further by having their products often become an integral part of the storyline, especially in the media that they own. So 2019, they come out with Apple TV Plus, which is a service all about empowering high-quality storytelling and high-quality films. Apple really cares a lot about this, so much in fact, they actually just spent $25 million buying a film at Sundance. And so they focused a lot more on the storytelling, getting the best directors, the best actors, the best screenwriters for all their films, and focusing a lot less on marketing. In fact, their marketing budget was very small in comparison to Netflix and Disney at $20 million a month, and they also had 400 times fewer titles offered. But they have one key advantage, and that's notifications. Apple can send people push notifications, offering them a free trial to Apple TV Plus, or telling them that a new episode or season in their favorite TV show just dropped. And they can also offer Apple TV Plus trials for free with new products. And so if it's on someone's phone and it's free, they're probably gonna give it a try, and then the storytelling really delivers and brings them in. Ted Lasso genuinely is one of my favorite shows. It always leaves me feeling a little bit better and optimistic. And that's kind of the point. The shows that Apple often funds have a character you can kind of root for and a character you can resonate with. And then they integrate their products with those likable characters, but in a way that actually feels realistic and actually elevates the story. Like for example, in Ted Lasso, he lives halfway across the world from his family, and so he's constantly using FaceTime and iMessage to stay in touch with them. That's actually something that I do with my family and my grandma. And so not only does that feel relatable to me, but it actually is needed for the story to progress. And we've all also experienced different things with texting. Like for example, sending someone a risky message and then waiting for them to respond and seeing the 3 dots. That's a tool that not only adds tension to the film, but then it also reminds us about iMessage. But I think it goes beyond the products because a lot of people know iPhone and it's important to have iPhone paired with a good guy character. But I think the bigger picture is that it's about cultural relevance. When Ted Lasso came out, it literally filled my Twitter feed. It was showing up and getting talked about so much that I felt like I had to watch it to be part of the conversation. And even months later, I'm still seeing memes from the show. It's constantly showing up in my timeline and reminding me about this positive experience that I've had watching Ted Lasso. And that positive experience is so much more important and transformative than just clicking on an ad. We're in an advertising age now that really focuses on click-through ratio and the direct return rate on how much money you spend and how much you get back. But Apple often focuses on the intangible emotional return rate. If they create one of your favorite shows ever or one of your favorite characters ever uses a product, that's gonna resonate and you're gonna remember that a lot more than just a random YouTube pre-roll ad. And that's always kind of been the name of the game for them. They've always focused on this emotional stuff that you can be tied to, like buy a Mac and you're creative, you're individual, you're a visionary. Whereas other companies often focus on the specs And I think that that's why Apple TV Plus is so important, because it keeps their cultural relevance. And I think that that's why they have good guys use iPhones, because it makes you as a viewer feel important too, like you're a good guy.